Only you exist, goddammit. It's only you. It's only you. That's what we're here to talk about today. Really, I just came up here in any fucking title. Hopefully y'all join in this motherfucker and ask some goddamn questions and we can converse amongst alike minds. Right? Because the only thing that fucking exists is you. There's nobody separate outside of you that exists. And I know it's hard to fucking understand, and it's not meant to be under fucking stood. It's not meant to be understood. It's not meant to be understood. It just is. Only you fucking exist. Only you exist. We know this because you can't perceive anybody else without you being the perceiver. So without you being the perceiver, Priest Dot, what's happening? Hey man, you keep changing your damn name. If that's what I think it, I can't see it. But without you, the perceiver, nothing is perceived. So that means first case principle, it's all the perceiver. It's all about the witness, the sakshi, the observer, the drashta, the observer. The observer is the only one that exists. If the observer stops observing, there is nothing to observe. Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought it was you, bro. That's what I thought it was you. What's up, El Ra, aka Priest Doc? Sunshine Chick, what's happening? What's happening? Only thing that fucking exists is you. If you can't observe it, there is nothing to be observed because the observer gives things existence. We gotta be able to wrap our mind. Well, your mind ain't gonna be able to get wrapped around it. That's really what the fucking problem is. It is the mind. If we wanted to say there was a problem, the problem would be the mind. Do you know, like, here's the thing about the shit that my body mind has been speaking about to you all, right? I want to take ownership of none of this shit. Like, the ego is real tricky, bro. You gotta watch how that motherfucker try to take ownership. And it's false because the ego is false. The mind is false. Hit that like button, y'all join it. Hit that like button, subscribe. Please hit that like button, y'all join it. So the ego is the trickster. The ego, the man saying goddamn thing. Here's how it goes when this non-dual nothing but awareness is real and everything else is false. Here's how it goes for spiritual people. Hit the like button, y'all. What y'all doing? Hit the goddamn like button. Spiritual people like to say all is an illusion. Then we like to say all is connected. But we'll fight fucking tooth and motherfucking nail to show how different and separate they are from everything else. Make that make sense? Make that make sense? Think about what I'm saying. Everything's connected. Everything's connected. Everything's connected. And then get to talking about how they separate from everything else. See, here's the trick of the ego and of the mind and how we latch on to concepts. Concepts is what's fucking us up. You're getting fucked up by concepts because the ego and the mind is trying to take ownership or identification with these concepts. But here's the thing about concepts. Concepts change. Concepts fucking change. The principle behind what even make concepts to be able to have existence is what's not changing. You, the person who's aware of the change of fucking concepts. But here's the mind. The mind latches on to concepts. And when I say something or when somebody else says something, you like, oh yeah, that's it right there. That's real. Yep, I agree. I agree. Then the motherfucker say something else. Why do you disagree with what that person's saying? You disagreeing with what that person's saying because the concepts that you have built up around words don't align with what that person's saying. That's the ego. So if I sit here and tell you only black people got souls and everybody else don't, you gonna feel so motherfucking prideful about that fucking concept, that ignorant ass concept. But it also can be a truthful concept for those that believe it. For those who live in that reality of that being the concept. So, and if I, like I remember when Brother Pennick said, he told some folks, or that told that lady that Tia Marie got soul, or this and this and that. And she was like, what you trying to say? White people got soul? He was like, well, shit, okay, explain to me what a soul is. Motherfucker get quiet, can't even explain what it is. So it's the same shit when people get latched on to all these fucking concepts. You just latching on to these concepts. You latching on to them. Why? Because you want to feel different. You say you don't, but you really do. You want to feel different. You want to feel more superior. You want to wear a badge of honor that I'm the outcast of the black sheep and nobody understands me. You're not on that because that's actually it. You own that because the ego wants to find something to latch on to. None of that fucking shit matters, dog. Don't none of that shit matter, bro. Don't none of that shit matter once you really get to this point of what I'm talking about here. Only you exist. Who the fuck is you trying to impress? Who the fuck is you trying to feel separate from? Fuck do you come into this shit calling this shit an illusion and then turn around and tell people Jesus don't exist? None of this shit is real. How the fuck you gonna do that? And then tell people that Jesus ain't real? I don't give a fuck. My point is, hit the like button. But the point here but the point here is one end you call it an illusion, the next end, you know what I'm saying, you moving around like this bitch like it's not an illusion. Or you meant or inside of here, so-called inside of here, you're still latching yourself onto it as real. Make it make sense. Am I guilty of it too? You're fucking right. But now I see the calamity, the bullshit of that. You see the bullshit of that. That's fuckery. Let me see that part. I'm getting out of this shit right now. Black people, the only people that got soul. Come on, bro. Like, motherfuckers don't even know what a fucking soul is. And then in reality, you ain't gonna be able to describe it because that's what we talking about here as pure awareness. You're not gonna be able to fucking describe it. The fucking Upanishads is a thick ass book full of fucking words that's fucking profound that ultimately is describing something that can't be fucking described. Really? It's letting you know, it's pointing you to something. It's not delivering you to it. The book is fucking pointing you towards something. If you just join, hit that like button. The fucking book is pointing you towards something, but the whole time we identifying with the fucking finger and the arm that's pointing. That's what you call latching on to conceptual spiritual systems. Anyone that includes occultism. Even though the act of it, it's about getting an understanding of the hidden, and understanding of the hidden behind the apparent, right? Which is what all spirituality is fucking about. Some go further back. Some stop at certain Western names, like Samkhya like Samkhya, like the Samkhya philosophy. They stop at Purusha and Prakriti. The non-dualism I've been focused on, that Dvaita Vedanta, beyond that shit. We go beyond that shit. Sri Maharaj, beyond that shit, even farther beyond that shit, into that still point of nothing. Aim. Straight negativity. Nothing. Ignorance. That's why I say the primal is not even that I say. I guess whatever. Fuck, man. It's very hard to talk in a sense of not relaying it from a body mind complex. But I know. You see what I'm saying? But I know. The primal state is ignorance. The primal state is ignorance. To know nothing. Because you know shit is why things oppose you. The more shit you identify with, the more shit you know, the more problems you fucking have. Real shit. Ignorance is fucking bliss. Ignorance is fucking bliss. And I'm talking about on a cosmic scale. Ignorance is fucking bliss. If you know that this is good and this is bad, and you want to be on the side of only dealing with good, you know that there's bad, so you're gonna automatically have to encounter the bad shit. It's just the way this shit works. Duality does exist and it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist for one who knows that all is an appearance inside of you, inside of me, the self. All is an appearance, including the mind, including the people sitting next to me driving past me on a motherfucking highway. Duality is real. The dream is real when you identify with the dream. Fucking your favorite actor in a movie is really that person during that time in the movie. All the way down to the point that fucking people walk up and call motherfucking Mike Epps Day Day. Nobody knew his fucking real. They called him Day Day. Hey Day Day, Day Day. Hey, there go Day Day. He had to wear that fucking identity. Same thing with Miss Jane Pittman. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna always see that person as that. But the truth is, it's real when it's happening. Which means what? Everybody's wearing a motherfucking mask. You think I don't wear a mask? Not a mask in a sense as I'm trying to portray another character. No, this is what the makeup of this body and mind. Listen, makeup. This is the makeup of this body and mind and the past mental impressions and the past conditionings have created. This is what this motherfucker have created. So that's it. But it's created. It's a makeup. It's a mask. Because I'm nothing but the observer. I'm nothing but the cosmic P, pure consciousness. I can't be nothing else if I wanted to. I can only act as something else. I can only act as a nigga named No Way Pop. I can only act as a nigga on YouTube riding with his seatbelt on because he done got enough goddamn tickets. I can only act as an ex-gangbanger. I can only act as an ex-shooter. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. I can only act as that. Where y'all at in the chat? Holla at me. What y'all talking about? What y'all thinking about? Y'all disagree, agree? You have to find that mental silence. I gotta turn on the goddamn. You gotta find that mental silence within. And I've been getting it. What's up? Elisha Eternal. What's happening? You gotta be able to find that mental silence within. And you gotta understand one thing too, that the mind is going to make movements. What do I mean make movements? Make motherfucking thoughts and make suggestions on what you should do. And have thoughts about this person and what's going to happen next week and what you need to do. It's going to do that. You're not going to stop it. Give a fuck how much meditation you fucking do. It's going to do it. But what you have to do is subside and take identity within the silence in the background. It's not literally trying to find the fucking silence. And some may even get it. But it's not literally about trying to find that. It's about realizing that there's always a eternal silence. You will find I can't tell you how to do it, but like because the words ain't gonna fucking make sense. But I've been doing it and noticing how those thoughts start to fucking drop. And I just observe those fucking thoughts. Let those thoughts be observed. I don't know how to fucking explain to you how to do it. It'll just click for you. Stop attaching yourself to those thoughts. Stop attaching yourself to them fucking thoughts. That's the trick. The mind is going to do, the body is going to do. What do I mean? You're still going to go to work. You're still going to eat food. You're still going to shit. You're still going to piss. Some of y'all may decide to no longer have fucking sex. Perfect. Some of us may decide to have more sex. Perfect. The body mind is going to do what it's going to do. You are not doing anything. Do what the fuck the body, let the body do what the fuck it's gonna do. Because we're not taking identity with the body and the mind. That's the trick. It's not even a trick, that's the reality. Not making this shit up. You know it. Every day on this goddamn channel, we run through our everyday fucking experience of what the fuck we actually doing. It's nothing. We're doing nothing. We're doing shit but observing it. The prana is doing, is giving the mind the motherfucking fuel to run. So without the prana, without the vital energy, without the Shakti prana, there is no mind. Without the elements to be the mind, there is no fucking mind. Without earth, water, air, fire, and akash, or ether, there is no fucking mind to be formulated. And without the senses, the mind cannot create the reality. There's your whole fucking human existence right there. The five elements, the five senses, obviously the sense organs. Oh, Elisha. Okay, my bad, my bad. Facts. Solvate coagula, dissolving parts of the ourself that don't serve the source. Facts. So Elisha. 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 Gotcha. Correct me again. Anytime that I fuck it up, please do. I ain't one of them. Please correct me. I hate fucking people name up. But we run through it every time here. There is nothing for, there is no doership. You're not doing shit. And I know that sucks because everything in America is about do this, do that. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. You got to do that. Ultimately, you're not doing a goddamn thing. But ultimately, the body mind is going to do. It has to. If you sit there and do nothing, the mind is going to run. If you sit there and do nothing, the blood is going to pump. Breath is going to pump. Naturally. You don't even know how the fuck it's doing it. You came into this motherfucker. You came into awareness of this body and mind, and it was already fucking functioning. Think about that shit. Your body and mind was already fucking functioning once you came into awareness of this body and this mind that you call your, that you heavily identify with. It was already fucking functioning. The heartbeat, the blood flowing, the mouth, the jaw, the nose, the eyes, the ears. Some, some came in deaf, some came in blind, who knows. But the senses out, you already came in and shit was functioning. Yeah, I definitely don't know what the fuck that mean, Marianne. Not good with big words like that don't even seem to be English. Definitely not. So if you can explain what that word means. But that's the trick of knowledge of self. That there is no trick. That's the trick of Maya. That there is no Maya. Maya ultimately doesn't exist once you are on the, I hate to say path, but once you're on a path of knowledge of self, you understand that Maya actually doesn't even fucking exist. Maya is a mental fucking concept. Y'all remember we read about 2 Sundays ago or 3 Sundays ago? Your body only exists in your mind. Here's the question: do you exist in the world, or does the world exist in you? Does the fucking world exist in you, or do you exist in the world? The world has to exist within you. It has to. How can you perceive the world? We already ran through the senses. Hell, you can't see shit. That's it. Elisha. There we go. Elisha. That's it right there. Shiva, Siva, same thing. Dream within a dream. The world exists within you. You don't exist in the world, but we walk around like we exist in the world, like the world is doing something to us. There's nothing happening to you. And that can only be said from a perspective right there of subjective inception. That can only be said from the observer standpoint. Of course, a person who identifies as the body and mind is going to say stuff is happening to me or I am doing things. So if I want to switch back to my subjective or objectified body mind complex, I am driving right now. I'm driving my fucking car in traffic while the rain is fucking pouring down. I'm driving right now in fucking Texas. Goddamn, boy. That's a crazy ass driver. But speaking from that complex, yeah, I'm doing. But the real ultimate complex, I have done, not even the ultimate reality. I have done nothing. I'm doing nothing. I can't do nothing but watch and observe. The mind does all this shit. Remember, Arjuna, he who knows the self, know that he is not the doer. Nature does all the doing. What is nature? Your mind, your vital breath, the five elements, the sense organs. Takes, I ain't even got to run through the senses. You know your fucking senses. That's doing all the doing. It's like watching a movie and thinking you inside the goddamn movie. Thinking you doing something. You ain't doing nothing. You the only one that fucking exists. You are playing the character of your exes. You are playing the Truman Show facts. You are playing the character of the police. You are playing the character of Donald Trump. You are playing the character of me as my Gnosis or No Way Pop. You playing the character. You playing the character of that bitch who got an attitude at the cash register. You playing that character. That's why people who get offended easily are really offended of themselves, of their own mind. Their concept of who they are has been offended. The concept. Think about that. The fucking concept that you identify with is getting offended. Not you, the observer. The mind don't like that shit. Not you, who is observing the mind and all the thoughts that come through the fucking mind. How can it get offended? How the fuck can it get offended? So once you start shaking, like if y'all go back and watch my videos from the beginning, you'll see how my perspective started to change. And but you will also see how the principle stayed the fucking same. I told y'all after that certain so-called mystical experience that happened at the beginning of 2024, what did I say? Ultimately, I found out once after I had that experience, all my desires started to fucking dwindle down. All of a sudden, I didn't want to do all of this no more, and do all of this no more, and do all of that no more, and do all of that no more. If she takes your brother Marcus, she probably wants your brother Marcus, Raymond. I mean, you should let her go. Let her be free. She wants your brother Marcus. So you found that desires just started to dwindle down. That doesn't mean I don't. That doesn't mean the body and mind won't get food. That doesn't mean I won't get a new pair of fucking shoes. That don't mean I won't take a trip as the body and mind. That doesn't mean I won't run a business. That doesn't mean I won't charge your ass for a fucking consultation. The shit, you can get this shit for free on YouTube. That don't mean none of that shit. What that means is I do not have a over attachment to being something to the world, to accomplish something that gives me this egotistical pride that, huh, I've done it. It's me. I knew I could do this shit. I knew I could do this shit. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, baby. We did more than y'all did over there. We got more than y'all over there. We got more results than this and that. We live in a society that wants you to produce results for the purpose of bragging rights, for the purpose of some award or some achievement where everybody can look at you and be proud of you. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. And fuck your goddamn award. I'm gonna play the role. I'm gonna let the body play the role that is the body and mind play the role that it's meant to play. I gotta keep telling y'all the body mind has karma. That karma is your fucking astrology. You can attach yourself to it and try to do whatever you do around it if you what fucking want to. If that's what the fuck you want to do that shit. I don't think shit is wrong with nothing. I'm just not attaching myself to that I'm a Cancer, so I gotta be like this and I gotta do this. That shit is real for people who identify with their body and mind. That shit is real for people who identify with their body and mind. So, body mind complex, that shit is fucking real. Pure awareness, consciousness, it's just an appearance. It's only an appearance. It's an appearance. Yeah. Nowadays, people do it just for a like or a comment. Facts. 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 And I'm gonna be quite 100. There's plenty of shit that I could do for fucking likes and comments. This ain't that shit though. I'm not playing around with this shit. I'm playing around with this shit ultimately because it's all a fucking dream. Well, I'm acting like nigga on YouTube. But on the body mind complex, my principles don't lie there. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Do this shit for likes in the comments and shit. You know, of course, I hope that it reaches everybody that it can reach. But if I'm sitting here telling you all of your spiritual systems ain't nothing but fucking concepts, all of these words and all these gods ain't nothing but fucking concepts because they are birthed out of prana. Prana is where words come from. The vital energy words can't be spoken without prana. Damn, all y'all left? Fuck it. Whoever this shit is for, let it be for them then. But if I'm telling you all of that shit, who the fuck in the spiritual, what's the name, who thinking they the most divine over everybody, who the fuck want to hear that shit? I'm basically, to them, they mind and their ego, I'm basically telling them, no, you not. Everybody is. Blaze, Decode, what's happening? What's happening? All right, bet. Because I'm telling you, all of those are fucking concepts. And like I always say, bro, watch those who have heavy identification with concepts. They're always the ones fucking offended. Something's always fucking happening to them. The one who identify with more concepts seem to be the most peaceless. You have to identify with them fucking concepts. You gotta hold up an image. You gotta hold up a motherfucking image. Motherfucker who get money, they gotta hold up an image. When I was in the streets, I had to hold up a motherfucking image. I ain't no bitch ass nigga because I'm short. Bitch ass nigga, you got me fucked up. So now I'm getting into it with everybody. Because I got this concept in my mind that people think since I'm short that they can do something to me. So I had to whoop some taller niggas' ass for thinking that a short nigga ain't got nothing. And I haven't got my ass whooped. The moral concepts of street shit, as you see right now what's going on with Young Thug. All the time it was free Young Thug, come to find out, supposedly, I don't fucking know and I don't care, but you know, it's entertainment. Supposedly now fucking Young Thug information came out that he told. And now he defending how he told. It's like, bro, I'm glad I've been let that street shit go a long motherfucking time ago. I can't even hold y'all. I'm glad I've been let that street shit go a long ass time ago, bro. Like that shit, boy. That's a matrix inside of the matrix inside of a fucking matrix. But guess what? It ain't just privy to just black people. Rafe 636. What's happening? That matrix inside of a matrix inside of a matrix ain't just the black people who caught up in the streets. You got the super Trump supporters. You know, I'm in Texas now. And I remember when Trump was running, bro, so many motherfuckers had Trump flags inside of their goddamn what's the name? And on the back of their cars. I don't see it like that no more. They heavily identifying with this concept of Trump. And now Trump ain't doing what they want. I don't give a fuck if it was Joe Biden. I don't give a fuck who the fuck it was. Motherfuckers have to identify with concepts. But guess what? That's not their fault. It's just simply what the mind does. What the ego does, it identifies with concepts. It has to find concepts to identify with. It has to fucking find concepts to identify with. Or it feel like it has no purpose. It feel that's what death is. That's what death is. The body and the mind feels like it's not gonna have any concept to latch on to anymore. It's not gonna have an identity anymore. Which ultimately, if the identity can be taken away from it, does it exist? How is that your fucking identity? Peace, my nigga. My ninja. How? So who really fears death? Is it you? It can't be you. You the one who observing, the one who's scared to die, which is the mind and the body. They scared to die, not you. The key here is identification. The key here is identification. And you heavily identifying with the body and the mind. That don't mean, and that's what I'm saying. That don't mean if the body and mind wants to eat healthy, fucking eat healthy. Fucking eat healthy. It's enough of the observatory world or the objective world information out here to learn to eat fucking healthy. But here's the thing about it. If you know the mind is going to automatically try to find something to identify with, so if the so-called outside world is telling you it's better to be fucking fit, it's better to be this, and it's better to eat this, and it's better to have this, and it's better to do this, you start doing it, you know your mind, what is it going to do? It's going to start attaching itself to those things and start thinking that it's fucking better. Got you. Got your ass in a yoke. Got your motherfucking ass in a yoke. And here's the thing. The mind is getting put in a yoke by the mind itself. So it's like you just putting your hand around yourself and just, I'm going to choke myself. I'm going to choke my goddamn self. Like a motherfucker giving you, I don't even drink coffee, right? Hey, I'm naturally like this, though, too. Naturally, the mind-body complex has been fucking stupid like this. So, I be telling y'all, boy, if y'all niggas can meet my daddy, boy, y'all think I be saying some shit. That nigga say some shit that's like, bro, what the fuck? Him and his friends, my uncle, boy, they say some shit like, what the fuck? T.O., what's happening, my brother? P pushes in the building. So, if you know, that's why I keep telling y'all, bro, if you understand the mind, you're going to understand every fucking spiritual system. You're going to understand everything. That's why these non-dualists say no mind. No mind. Break that bitch. That's what's getting your ass. Because you're ultimately not going to stop it from doing what the fuck it's doing. You just learn to stop attaching yourself to it. You learn to stop attaching yourself to the thoughts. Because the mind is nothing but thoughts. And all thoughts are the past. What if some motherfuckers would take that and say, okay, so what that mean? If I think I need groceries and I don't have groceries in the house, should I not go get groceries because I had the thought about going? Motherfucker, like, because I know, bro. I see people, bro, not here. I read, bro, the comments and be saying the shit, the ignorant shit that people are saying, bro. Like, man, do what the fuck you want to do, don't. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are you here for? Are you here to have some fucking word salad tossed around? Like the video I put on my thread, not on my threads, on my shorts, while I was talking about your beliefs not real. Somebody had to make a comment about that's not a belief, that's an opinion. And an opinion and fact are two different things, and this and this and that. Like a motherfucker want to have a thesaurus battle. Want me to throw a thesaurus encyclopedia and a dictionary at you or some shit? You know what you want to do? Want to drive by and throw dictionaries, motherfucker? Like, so I commented and said some stupid shit. If I tie my shoes on Wednesday, will it rain? Or some stupid shit like that. Do you want that shit, nigga? You want to throw words? Motherfucker, you know what the fuck I'm trying to say? You just want to feel superior with your antithesis, semantics, and all of that shit. I don't give a fuck about trying to feel more intellectually smarter than any goddamn body. Lame, man, nigga. Hell going on? Empress Divine, what's happening? Blaze D Cole. Oh, yeah, y'all already been here. But yeah, man, have fun with this shit. Wait, 636, appreciate the laughter, man. I need that. Lame, man, nigga. comment under here and do shit like that, bro. It's like my thing is if I don't align with the shit, I'm gonna at least observe and try to see. Okay, I can see how that person sees that from that perspective. That's my thing. Cool TGS. Taking on P. My thing, if I don't agree with what somebody's got or what they said, I look at it from an observatory standpoint. That's why I can say, okay, let's talk from a body mind complex. I can get that based off my body mind complex conditioning. You see what I'm saying? My body mind complex has conditioning too, right? Um, Obviously, I don't fuck with people that do XYZ. My body mind condition is gonna be like that. Or I don't eat fucking seafood. My body mind conditioning is like that. You see what I'm saying? My body mind conditioning is like that. But when I'm not but if I'm not identifying as my body mind conditioning, there's no difference in none of this shit. Some people so heavily attached to trying to be fucking intelligent or intellectual. Intellectuals don't get far on this type of shit. You're not going to get far trying to intellectually grasp this. The self is nothing that can be grasped. You're not going to get a big scoop of goddamn self, of consciousness, of awareness. You're not going to get it. Lame man. You said YouTube is filled with vegans. They all love word salads. Facts. Intellectual vegans. Word salads around this motherfucker. Hey man, this is not about being the most intellectual. And of course, obviously I have some intellect. You can't not have it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I learned if I'm trying to run a business, guess what? I'm going to get mentorship from somebody who knows how to run a business that's been doing it. If my journey is to get knowledge of self, and I ain't got no motherfucking guru, proven guru down the street, God damn it, I'm gonna figure out where I can find shit on YouTube. And if it hits me in the right spot, like Bobby Hemmett, Brother Panic, or Travis Mages, if it hits me in the right goddamn spot, okay, boom. And I run into motherfuckers like, and then it'll send me on its own little path. It'll do what it do. Then I run into Advaita Vedanta, Swami Vivekananda, Swami Saripanda G. Then I run into Pape G. Then I run into Sri Ramana Maharashi. Then I run into Sri Maharaj. The realization happens within the mind. It's not about big fucking words and who can read the best. Or for that matter, who doesn't read. It doesn't fucking matter. Where's your identification line? That's what I'm saying. I can tell by the way a motherfucker talk. You should be able to tell by the way that I talk. If not, you ain't got this mind shit figured out yet. You should be able to see the standpoint that I come from. I'm not gonna speak like motherfuckers who came from India. No disrespect when I say motherfuckers if you're Indian watching this video. I'm not gonna speak like them. They're not gonna speak like a nigga who grew up on the streets in Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's not their body mind conditioning. Already, the human body and mind already has a mask. Why come on here? Yes, dear holy beloveds, Spirit has told me what to tell you. Spirit has said that you should cash at me at chosen $chosen 134, and your blessings will be sent over 12 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. I love, body mind like if you motherfuckers want to send me a cash app, but god damn it, like cool if we do or if we don't, god damn it. But I'm also Not finna sit here and come from that speech of mine, that way to talk, that character. I don't have to add an extra mask. That's what I'm trying to say. Why would I put a pair of boxers over a pair of boxers? I got on two pair of boxers. You never know. What? Intellectualizing non-dualism is an oxymoron. That's why those gurus say, hey, any word that I'm using actually to describe to you the absolute is ultimately false. Words cannot identify it. Something that's within something cannot identify or speak about what it's in. So it cannot subject its objective to the subjective. So if you're inside if you're inside the world, or if you're inside this galaxy or this universe, you're not going to be able to intellectually break down what's outside of the universe. Everything is going to be built off concept. Everything is going to be built off metaphors and theories. Everything. Facts, Ray 636. Facts. Everything is going to be built off of that. Now we fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh and eighth dimensional beings. What were you before that? Somehow we can conceive all of that shit, but ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you who they were before they were born. You can't. You can't. And you're not. You just fucking not, bro. You're not gonna be able to do that. What'd he say? What the hell? Oh, I can't play music on my shit. I forgot. YouTube flagged that shit. So it's like, how do you want to do this shit, yo? How do you want to do this shit? Are you gonna realize that you're in a fucking dream and let the dream continue? The dream is gonna fucking continue, but you don't overly attach yourself to that. You don't overly attach yourself to I'm a man and I'm a provider. You don't overly attach yourself to I'm a woman and I only do this. I'm a man and I only do that. I'm a spiritual person. I only do this. That's what I was saying earlier on my story. You thinking in separateness is what's giving you the problems that you're having, the suffering that you're having mentally, because you think I have to do this spiritual practice and then I go back into the world. I'm in the world and then I go back and do my spiritual practice. I'm in the world too much. I need to go back to spirituality. There's no separateness. Merge the fucking two. Because the only thing that exists is you. So everything becomes spiritual practice. Me talking to you like this is worship of the self. Wrap your mind around that if you can. The self is talking to the self about the motherfucking self and how the self needs to realize self. This is fucking worship. This is a 49-minute worship that we have been doing. Not once have I given a ritual. Not once have I given a God. Not once have I told you what candle to light. Not once. Can you niggas dig it? Can you niggas dig it? Come on, man. There is no reality outside of you. There is no God. There is no dimension. There's no devil. There's no monitoring spirits. No evil spirits. Nigga, you is that nigga or that bitch, whatever you want to call it. You are that. Put it like that. You are that. You did. You are that. Can't nobody take it from you. Please hit that motherfucking like button. Please hit that motherfucking like button so this shit can reach those other people who may need to find this type of shit. That's what the like button's for. So when we in a dream, let the dream do what it do. Inside this dream, hitting the light button is a lot of it means a lot. You know what I'm saying? To the YouTube algorithm. Hit the goddamn like button. It ain't hard. That shit ain't hard. Hit the goddamn like button. Like and share, like Ray636 said. S-O motherfucking P. T.O. said hallelujah. Like this shit is simple. I ain't saying that it's easy. Because the mind has been conditioned in a certain way. Now we got the same amount of views, we got the same amount of likes. Appreciate that, y'all. The mind is conditioned in a way that it should be conditioned. That's the body mind's karma. That mind was produced in a household, in a community, in a city, in a state, in a geographical location in the world. That's just what it is. Work with what you got, bruh. Work with what you got, bruh. Work with what you got, bruh. Because once you finish working, you're going to figure out you ain't did no work. Ain't it something to figure out? You do all this work to figure out you ain't did no work. You just thought you was doing work. That's why they call it a dream. You wake up from the fucking dream and feel like all that shit you did in the dream, you thought that shit was real. You thought you really did something in a dream just to wake up butt naked, musty in your bed. You ain't did a goddamn thing. You ain't did a goddamn thing. You, the self, who you really are, that which you are and can never not be, walk around knowing that, man. It's not a prideful thing to walk around knowing that. You can still let that body mind still interact with the family, friends, the cashier, the fucking restaurant waitress. Let it still interact with those the way that it needs to interact. You know that this is a dream. You know that you're Neo in the Matrix and the people around you are in the Matrix. Still let it do what the fuck it do, gang. It's okay. Quit heavily trying to identify with this shit and trying to change shit. Let's see. Like, okay. Mary. Life is but a fucking dream. Facts. Facts. What Empress Divine said, we all different aspects of the whole, each one different persona. When you truly understand this, you become. You see each person, opinion, thought, way of being as part of you in the flesh. Then you be open to the lessons they trying to teach. Every person is. Nothing but me. So that's why I used to always pose the question back before I even started doing YouTube and ask people, can you learn something from a junkie? Can you learn? No, I use even worse. What people like to call worse. Can you learn something from a prostitute or a drunk? A lot of people say, hell no, you can't teach me shit. They can't teach me shit. How you gonna teach me something you out here fucked up? Those type of people couldn't be able to receive no information like this. But they somehow can adapt to, oh, God work in mysterious ways. Well, ain't that mysterious? I get gems from every goddamn where. Everywhere. I've always been like that, bro. Always been like that. That was my part of my conditioning. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be able to conceive of this type of information, this type of shit. Won't be no my gnosis YouTube. Won't be none of that shit. It is. Like I always tell y'all, man, always switch your observer mode on. Observe your one-sided ass fucking opinions, bro. Observe those thoughts. Observe those emotions. Observe the body. Observe, observe. And it makes it less personal, which it already is. It's already impersonal. You just been taught to take everything personal. This year, 2026, this year, 2025, it's personal. Peep how the society puts extra emphasis on the ego, and the ego is the one attaching itself to everything, and by attaching itself to everything, it's ultimately going to bring you more fucking suffering, because you can't see all as one. You see things as parts and little bit of pieces and separateness. I am this and that's that. I'm not saying walk try to just walk directly through a fucking wall. I'm not telling you to go to walk up to a wall and walk through it, because you all are one. You on the wall of one. This is not for those who think that. And maybe you get the cities or the powers to do that. I don't give a fuck about having no spiritual powers. If I do, if that comes and I can fucking levitate and shit, or X-ray vision, or turn invisible, fucking okay, cool. If not, okay, cool. I'm not in this shit for spiritual powers. Niggas want spiritual powers to do what? So you can feel superior? Y'all remember in 2020, everybody like black people powers is finna turn on? Everybody turned us into a goddamn meme. Hell, we turned ourselves into a goddamn meme. I didn't fall for that shit back then. Powers? My shit was already activating. Hella breakthroughs came through in 2020. Hella breakthroughs. Especially October 8th, 2021. The same day. But was the same day that Panic dropped How to Die and Not Come Back. I think it was a couple days. I caught it a couple days after. And I not wish, but during that time I was with my ex, and she was the only one that witnessed that shit that came out of my mouth that day. That was a breakthrough, bro. Like powerful, super powerful. I don't have time to go into all that shit, but I had never had a breakthrough like that. And I didn't work with a lot of spirits. I ain't had none like that. It was a realization. Words can't explain it. I always had trouble trying to explain that shit. Then I had it again in 2024. But way more intense. Way more intense. But here's cheers to the motherfucking cosmic P pushers. We finna get up out of here as always. No obstacles will apprehend you. Prosper over pain. Remember, they are not obstacles. There are only opportunities for you to prosper over pain. The pain is not really pain. The obstacles are not really obstacles. It's an opportunity for you to realize the self. Realize the self. Every opportunity for you to realize the self. What does that mean? Every opportunity is an opportunity for you to go into observation. Every opportunity is an opportunity for you to observe those one-sided ass thoughts, those one-sided ass opinions, those concepts that you heavily identify with. Remember that, y'all. Ray says, class election, my favorite panel election. Facts, bro. I think a lot of people seen the first one and that was it. Because I remember watching the views and how the views died down by the time he got to the third one. A lot of people didn't watch when he basically gave the jump on it, as in the Wizard of Oz. When he broke down the Wizard of Oz after that and connected it all together. Cool T just said hella breakthrough for me 2025. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's happening. It's always happening. You are that happening. Appreciate y'all, bro. I'm gonna holler at y'all. I've been sitting at this gas station for a minute. So I'm gonna put some gas in my goddamn car, take my ass home and take a shit.